Okay, so this is the official 2025 review. The year has been long. It's been a long year. It's been a year that has been, going down and up and down and up with exciting moments. Really, not depressing, but more like in a sense of, a bit of a hassle, especially, with the car, as I mentioned yesterday in the video. But I want to go through, how the year has been, speak on some the specific things that happen in the year, and then maybe end the video with what I'm expecting to do as I go into 2026, right? So I want to start with a journal because the journal a lot, so I'm going to be using this a lot to take reference and see exactly what happened during the course of the year, because I may be here and I just forget some of the things that happened during the course of the year. But on 1st January, this is what I wrote. I wrote a lot, but for the first paragraph, this is what I wrote. Last year was a year of uncertainty. I was speaking of 2024, and success. I didn't see it coming, but I got through whatever came at me. I'm currently living on my own and very well on my journey to fully depending on myself. I'll have to secure more high-paying gigs or jobs to prepare for whatever comes next. Thanks to 2024, I'm grateful it happened, and now we get into 2025. Yeah, that was like my thought of 2024. Like 2024 was just very uncertain. It was this year that just came at me, and then I had to take it in as it came. Like I had my plan out for 2025, to make videos, to make business videos, and somehow make it on YouTube. That's what I'm saying. Like this channel would have taken a completely different route if I didn't get if I didn't get a better opportunity, if I didn't get some good work, if I didn't get some work coming in that allowed me to start making some decent money, and also got me to see my vision, my picture of moving out of the house, because I had this picture of moving out of the house by like 2024. After high school, I was really in these thoughts, and I was like, man, after 2024, in 2024, I need to leave home, right? I need to leave home and I start surviving on my own. And so 2024 came in. It was a bit uncertain. I was very aggressive. I started the year 2024 very, very aggressive, making YouTube videos, like going out, interviewing people in business, like always aggressive. I'm like, this thing has to blow up. This thing has to catch up. Yeah. And you could see with the numbers were starting to pick up. Things were getting on board. But then, another opportunity came through. So as I was getting into 2025, I'm like, 2024 was good, amazing year, and I'm hoping to get some better opportunities as I get into 2025 and make a little bit more money and change my life or whatever. And the idea actually for as I was getting into 2025 was to go out, meet with people, get some more connections, look for other work out there. That was the idea for 2025. But as you can see, the story never goes as you imagine it. 2024, getting into the year, it was all YouTube. That's what I had in my mind. Like I'm going full throttle on YouTube. I'm going to be putting out YouTube videos like crazy, and it didn't really go like that because I got work and I was just busy throughout the year. So I wasn't really doing much. I wasn't really making that many videos, right? 2025, the idea was go out, go for many meetings, meet with new people, talk to new people, integrate yourself in different spaces, find better opportunities, find better gigs, make some more money. And that was the idea for 2025. But it didn't really go like that. I did find I won't say exactly better opportunity, but I got some other clients that allowed my 2025 to look like things were a lot better because I was earning a lot more money than I was in 2024, right? But the idea that I was going to go out and go for different meetups, meet with different people, all of that didn't happen, not a single bit. I didn't go out for any meetups. I didn't go out even for any functions. Like I just stayed in for most of the year because, like I said in yesterday's video, for a large part, at least after I attempted to buy the car, from then on to December, it was just car payments and all of this and all of that, just trying to get the car out of the garage. So for a good bit of the year, yes, I was making a lot more money than I was making in 2024, but the way I had imagined to approach 2025 wasn't really happening as I had, planned it out. So after January 1st, we move into the year, and then I get some work. Actually, I actually had some work exactly on 1st of 2020, or on 1st 2025. Like I had a gig that very New Year's, and this New Year's I haven't yet received a call. It's funny, last year on New Year's, exactly on 20th, I think it's 30th December 30th, that very evening, I just got a call. I was going to see my mom, and someone just called me and like, yo, we have a gig for you. It's a New Year's gig. Come through with your camera. Like, man, come through and capture content, make some money. I was like, oh, it's Kawa. I went, man, I was exactly where fireworks was in Nakasero, man. And Nakasero is just an amazing place to see fireworks. Like, fireworks is just blowing up, and it's just like, wow. New Year's, man. This New Year's, I don't really know. Maybe I'll get a mysterious phone call like I did last year, and watch fireworks and celebrate the New Year's. The other attempt that I had was to make content, and this was not like I was trying to get back to making content like I'd planned in 2024, but in this case was to release podcasts, right? So I went back, cleared some of the content on my second channel, and then I was now designing my second channel for making podcasts. So I invited friends over, I invited different people over, and we started making this podcast. And it's funny, when I went back onto my page, actually when I was going through this journal, I was like, you mean this happened this year? For the podcasts, like I remember inviting friends over, and then we were making like podcasts. I would set up the place, and we have like these podcasts, because I have like 10 podcasts on my channel. Like that shows that there was some kind of consistency. I think I did it for like 1 month or 2 months, and then man, kind of life happened. I think I don't know exactly what stopped me. I think it was work. I'm not sure what stopped me. Let me see. I think it was work. For how long did I do this? I don't know if I can locate it here in my journal, but damn, I can't exactly locate it. But okay, here there was a podcast I recorded. No, I can't really see it. So I had started the podcast. My second channel, I had started releasing podcasts, and the idea was to have like a guest every weekend coming over, because I was recording on weekends, coming over, and then we record a podcast, right? But that strategy, it didn't really play out that well. Actually looking back on it, I shouldn't have tried to go through that approach of having a different guest coming over for the podcast, because that was also a failed attempt when I first started my YouTube channel, this very channel, doing talk shows, inviting people over. Yes, I did it for like 3 months, but it's hard getting people over. And also when you get people over, who knows, some of them are not really, used to speaking on camera. So I don't know, like, all I know is I was very, very motivated to take on this thing of making a podcast, because I have the equipments and everything. Like, I was really prepared, but I think along the journey, like, just life happened. I think that's what happened. Like, just life happened. If I remember well, around that time, because this was January, around that time, what happened? Oh yeah, I started thinking of investing, because I have here on 5th Feb 2025, I met with Culture Cool, and I also went to an investment. These guys do investments, right? So the plan was to do investing, like invest some money. So I was telling myself, like, you know what? Since I'm making some decent money, because around this time now I got this other client, some good money was coming in, so I had this plan. I wanted to like get into investing, right? Get into investing, and I was like telling myself, you know what, 2025, let's build an investment portfolio and also put money aside for emergencies, like set up an emergency fund. And I actually put in some good progress doing this. Like I was investing with my bank, and I was also, I also had my emergency fund with some money there. Like, I was putting in some good progress, right? And then, of course, as I was going down, as I was going through the year, sometime there, I started getting obsessed with wanting to buy a car. And so I even first went and I first checked out my first car. Like, I had a first attempt to buy a car. I think that was around March. When we go into April is when I get into watching a lot of content on traveling, right? I started watching a lot of content of people traveling the world, and I was in this headspace. I was thinking like, maybe I need to, I want to travel the world, and I started speaking on it in the videos. I think even around that time is when I started making videos every single day. Yes, I made this commitment to start making videos every day, because after the failed attempt to like do this podcast, I told myself, you know what, maybe doing the podcast won't work for me right now, but I could still carry on with making these YouTube videos, and they don't have to be like fancy videos, but just videos where I show up every single day and I record something and I put out a video, right? And so that around April, because I'm seeing this, and I remember talking on this video. This was a video I was watching on these guys who had come from the US, and they're just traveling, all like stuff like that. This was in April 2025. So around that time, I was like obsessed about traveling, and I had started putting out videos every single day. Every single day I was putting out videos. And this whole thing of putting out videos every single day it was a very challenging experience, kind of, because I wasn't used to like just standing on the camera and speaking, But nowadays, as you can see, like, I can just turn on the camera and I just speak, because I have done this for a while, and where I had like some insecurities, like, oh, what are the other people going to think? Oh, I shouldn't be sharing this, or I shouldn't be sharing that. Like, after doing this for a while, no one has really like, given a shit. People have just been watching. Like, if you want to relate, you turn on you click on a video I post, and then you watch, and then you probably relate, or you pick up something from the video. So it was it was a good experience. I could say, like, just in some periods I was just failing to like, because it's the first time doing this. So I had periods where I was blank, pretty blank. And speaking on this, I know I've been saying of recent I want to be putting out videos every single day, and I was just thinking about it as I was just going through my day yesterday, and even today, throughout the day today. Because if I want to continue with this approach of putting out videos every single day, I have to find something that I'm speaking on every single day as I'm putting out a video, right? And I know I could just talk about my life and how my day is going and how I felt on a day, but that alone isn't enough. Like, I need to give myself at least some period to pick up on something new and then speak on something new. So I was thinking to myself, like, as I'm going into 2026, even probably next week, it could start next week. Like, I could start putting out videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. Every Tuesday and Friday, I'm putting out a video, right? So that so it doesn't seem like I'm not learning from my experience, right? Because after that experience of putting out videos every single day, I could see myself like, you turn on the camera, you reach a point where now you don't have anything to talk about, and then you just start talking about yourself. You just start oversharing, right? So oversharing isn't really bad, but I mean, you can't really put everything of everything that you think about, or everything that happens to you on the internet, and there are some things I haven't really talked about on the channel here, especially when it comes to the whole sector of Tinder, because that's also another thing that happened in 2025. Like, in 2025, after I made a bold move to purchase the car, and I was trying to find out another way to get a win, right? So I was heavily convinced in my head that I needed a partner, and it was something that was like, top of mind. Like, I need a partner. I need to get someone who I can, spend some time with, who can help. I don't know. I don't even know what the thought process was, honestly. I don't know what the thought process was, honestly. I feel like, for me, around that period where I was thinking about getting myself a partner, it was more like trying to cope up with the immediate problem that I was having. You know, man, money is going, man. Money is going in this and that, and you just find yourself a bit broke. And also, I like the fact that I'm, of course, this whole Tinder experience may have not been really a good idea for me. At least now, maybe I could have focused on something else and try to build myself elsewhere. But also, attempting to go on Tinder allowed me to just see how the dating field is. Like when we're grown up, man, the dating field is so much different from when you're much younger, right? I'm ready with my bag. The judge guy is out waiting for me to go. But man, this chick just asked me, do I drive? I don't know what that question means. She just asked me, do I drive? So in my head, I'm like, is she looking for guys who drive or what, bro? I don't know, man. Let her save me the stress right now, if at all. She's just looking for guys who drive. I don't know, man. I don't know, my energy has reduced a bit, but if she's just asking just as a question and we can still meet, then I'm going to go and I meet her. So I did have some experiences. I haven't talked about them on the channel yet, but honestly my room is a mess, man. But this is how I'm dressed. I'm so chill, just easy, you know. I'm going to go with my bag, go back to the table, just chill, just easy, meet up with her, discuss. But I'm down, you guys. Oh my god, I don't have money. I'm just doing this out of boldness, man. Shit. Yeah, I did go through some experiences. I did learn a bit about, you know, how to approach finding a partner, how you should go about a conversation, you know, like where I was naive and just like, oh, excited, like, oh, you know, that excitement was crushed down. Bro, I feel so defeated, man. This new approach I'm having with Tinder is just killing me, man. It feels like it leaves you just empty. Like you're not really getting anywhere, but you put in some effort, like let me go and meet someone, but you know, you meet the person and yeah, man, bro, everyone's looking for a father to take care of them. It's just no, man. You just be there like, oh my god. I've not even met with this chick that I've just been talking to, but it just feels like the pressure feels so heavy on me right now. Like, bro, if you're not coming in my life and being able to like provide this and provide that, man, we just can't go anywhere. Now you realize, you know, when you're dating, when you're a lot older, it's not just, oh, I like you and oh, she likes me back and boom, we're dating. No, you know, the other factors that come into place, because if someone else likes you, they want to know that you can take care of them, right? You can take care of them, and how do you express your love for the other person, right? And it's not just words, you know, take me out, you know, let's go and eat out here, let's go for a movie, let's do this, let's spend some time together, not at home, not in your place, you know. I can't forget when I just got onto Tinder, I had this thing in my head. That I could just invite someone over after I've talked to the person on phone. I could just invite someone over and they come and spend time here with me, because and I wasn't really having it in my head that, oh, since I'm inviting you over, things are going to happen. Like, it was just like, you know, just because me personally, I stay home most of the times, and I wasn't like used to like, you know, going out, and also I don't know that many places I could like take you out. And you know, when you invite someone over to a place that you're like familiar with and comfortable with, you can get to like know them in person and have a conversation, spend a whole day with them and really see what they're about. And that was the idea in my head, but it's not really how other people say it. You know, when you're talking to a stranger, like, why inviting me to your place? Like, what's behind this invitation? You know, it's a different thing. So, you know, I had to adjust how I think. You know, I had to adjust that, and then now I started to approach trying to meet someone by going out, maybe eating something nice at a restaurant, having a decent conversation, but not inviting them over to my place, which was just so off for me, man. I don't even know what was like coming back to the career. I'm just like, and me, I was not even looking at it like a big deal, because I know I have like amazing self-control. That's one thing I know about myself. Like, you can get in my space, and if you don't want anything to happen, nothing is going to happen. It's just going to be, you know, you over there, I'm over here, and we just talk, man. No big deal, right? No big deal. So yeah, like that was one of the things that was transpiring in 2025, yeah, I mean, the Tinder experience was, yeah, man, it taught me a lot, man. Actually, if I'm ever looking to get a partner like long term, I will know exactly what to look for, how to approach the situation, because I can tell you, I can even sift through a number of potential partners, and I know and I see who's just desperate to get into my life, probably because they think that I have a lot of money or something like that. It's easy for me now to like just see because, man, in the dating field out there, like some people are just looking to get into a relationship to get out of their immediate problems, or they're hella materialistic and I think maybe you can help them achieve some of it. Like there's a lot, and it's not until when you put yourself out there and try to attempt to get someone that you'll actually like see what's happening. So there was that period of trying to get a partner, and then there was also the period of me getting the PS5. The PS5, also something that I got this year. Honestly, I've had this thing for a while that I look back at 2025 and I'm like, did I really buy this year? It feels like it's been around for some time. Maybe because, but I also don't play a lot of video games, right? I don't play a lot of video games, but it's just, I mean, a year is not just 1 to 3 days. It's like, 12 months, and our memory just, we tend to, I think there was a video I was watching some time back, we tend to view life in terms of experiences, in terms of, you don't look at, now like as I'm looking back at 2025, I don't look at 2025 as May, January, February, or what. I look at it as the first period of 2025, what happened. I was attempting to do podcasts. That was the first period. The second period, I was into travel content. I was thinking of traveling the world. Then the third was me buying a car, right? The third was me buying a car. Then the other one, like that's how we tend to view we tend to view the world, right? We tend to view let me just say we tend to view the year. So that's why, like, me buying the PS2 this year was like, did I really buy it this year? But yeah, I did buy it this year. I think as I was buying the PS, other things were happening. As I was buying the PS, I was also heavily into buying the car. And when I failed to get there was a car that I first tried to attempt to get. When I failed to get it, I instead decided to get the PS5 and just keep some money. So I bought the PS5, and yeah, having a PS5 has actually been like it's been a nice feeling. It's just that I haven't really used it. I feel like I just bought the PS5. At the time when I was buying the PS5, I was excited. I wanted to buy the PS5 because I felt like I needed to get back onto gaming, right? But I bought the PS5 wrongly. Like, I didn't do it in the right way. I just bought myself the PS5 and it was coming with 2 games, and that was about it, which was the wrong move. Like, I was supposed to be buying the PS5 with some games, not just buying the PS5. Like, I should have bought the PS5. I was supposed to buy the PS5, then I buy like other mission games because I like mission games. But instead I bought the PS5 with GTA and FC25, and I only bought one mission game. Yeah, I only bought one mission game, The Last of Us, right? And I actually thought that this game was more long. It was long, but for the games that I've played that are mission games, they are usually a lot longer than The Last of Us. The Last of Us. Is that the name? Yeah, The Last of Us. So yeah, I could have done that differently. That's why I tell myself, like, if I'm going to get back like on gaming seriously, I'm going to have to get a massive budget, just acquire like so many games. Yeah, have like 5-10 mission games that I can just move through. Like, oh, okay, there's a hard mission here, let me go to the next one, then I play the next game like that, right? So moving on from that, what else happened in 2025? Let me see. I attempted to buy a car in June. There was a period in 2025 where me and couple of friends were going out to like some spaces like Airbnb spaces just to like experience just to have like some experiences. Because if you remember very well, if you've been watching my daily videos, right, there was a time I was speaking about how you should be going out and like if you cannot travel the world yet, there's places that you can go to and they give you a feeling of a different environment, a different country, right? Like we went to some Chinese restaurant. It's around Garden City, and they have like this Chinese food, and the restaurant is designed in a Chinese way. Like when you go there, you don't feel like you're in Kampala, but you're in Kampala. You order Chinese food, and it's like everything just feels so different, right? And then went to some Airbnb. It was themed in a way that this person it was a British lady, and she had like British images and books and bed sheets, and like everything was just like British. I didn't even speak on that. I remember I was planning to make a video on that and I didn't, and then visited Latitude Degrees. Like a lot happened. Like there was that period I was just like trying to experience different cultures within Uganda, within Kampala. And I think I just went for like 4 or 3 of them, and but it happened for like 1 or 2 months, and that alone just gave me a different feeling. It's just that mind you, these were the times where I was like trying to manage how I'm using my money, so I wasn't really going in full swing. I was just like dipping my toes here, dipping my toes there. So yeah, that was an experience that also happened in 2025, right? And honestly, when I come back to look at 2025 and how the year went, right, the year it had so many uncertainties. Like if I look at 2024 and compare to 2024, the intention was very clear. Make it. Like you have to make it, like you have to get something, you have to get some reliable income coming, you have to get out of the house. It was very, very clear for me, 2024, right? Though getting into 2024, I didn't know how I was going to pull it off, but I knew exactly how the end goal was going to be. 2025, on the other hand, the end goal was really to integrate myself in different spaces, meet with different people, get better opportunities, get even more sustainable work. Because like I say, I don't really have like a job. I just have clients I work with, yeah, and that's a bit disturbing because you don't have like very clear. I don't have a clear paycheck that's coming in. It's usually balancing here. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's not, all of that. And I was looking for something more sustainable. I was thinking maybe I could get something more sustainable. Of course, that would take my freedom, because when you get like sustainable work, which means you're working at a job and you have to be going to work every single day and all of that, there was that idea. But then I decided I just approached 2025 differently. Once I got other opportunity, like once I got other clients, I got some other clients coming in, and some good money was coming in. The year just took a different turn. And like I said yesterday, there was that blank period after I attempted to buy the car that the year just went blank. All ambitions for anything was just thrown out of the window, because I have to finish up with paying off the car and making fixes to the car. And it's good that has finished right now, because I like I said in yesterday's video, there was a period I was just like, what, I'm done with this, man. I felt like I just needed to just leave the car alone and just do other things, because it was just a constant headache in my head. But I saw it through. I managed to see it through. I just told myself, what, we need to finish this by 2025, so that 2026 that becomes like a past thing. It's a past thing, and then we maybe carry on and take on things that we're supposed to do in 2025. So going into 2026, right? Going into 2026, I plan to do exactly what I set out to do in 2025. Honestly, integrate myself into different spaces, meet with some people, get better opportunities, but also attempt business. For a while I've been shying out from starting business, doing anything related to business, and I can't keep doing that. If you watch a lot of financial content and anything to do with like making money, usually they preach the idea that if you really want to make it, you'll have to start a business of sort, because business just allows you to tap into a wider audience, and like it's the best way to get yourself making a lot more money than a job. You know, if you're not working in government and you're not like these crazy jobs like doctors, you know, you don't really have access to like a serious heavy paycheck. So you have to start a business of sort that you put in effort to bring up, and then you make some good money out of it. So that's the idea going into 2025, because 2028, man, I need to travel the world. So it's better to start the hard work right now, so that by the moment that time has come, there's money coming in passively, and all you have to do is just travel the world and enjoy your experiences. Instead of, I had a phone call one time with a friend, and we were just talking about how we the only way we're going to be able to get our freedom is if we can find something that pays us passively, and not working every single time to make money. Because me, if I just say, you know what, I'm not taking on client work, I'm not doing that, boom, immediately just count me as a poor person, just count me as a person who has like I could just go on the streets like within a month, like something like that, like immediately, yeah, because I don't have a business, I don't have any source of passive income, right? But if I have a business that is standing, that's moving, and there's people who are running the business, all I have to do is just make sure, and I check once in a while and make sure everything is good. That can allow me the freedom to like get a hold of my life, because many of us don't really have a hold of our lives, honestly. Our lives are taken up by work here, work there. At least once you become an adult, once you get into the working world, you let go of your freedom. You let go of your freedom, and now you just enter the rat race, and it's just work, get money, pay bills, work, get money, pay bills, work, get money, pay bills. And then, at a certain period somewhere, maybe you attempt this bold move to start a family. You start a family, and then you take on even more responsibility, and you let go of even more of your freedom. And yeah, man, that. But if I can start a business, some kind of business, something that just allows me to get my time back, then that would be a good thing, man. That would be a good thing. 2028, getting into traveling the world would be nice. So tell me what you think about my 2025. Give me your comments, like what happened for you in 2025. Look back into 2025, see what you learned from 2025. I did learn a lot from 2025. Honestly, I did learn a lot, especially making this bold move. I feel, actually, looking at 2025, it's the year that I made so many attempts that I hadn't done before. Joining Tinder, trying to get a partner. That may not be much of a biggest highlight of 2025, because the car thing is there, but there's also a hella, like, it has a hella picture that it paints. There's a whole picture that's painted, and I haven't spoken about it in a video, but for me personally, like, it has changed my experience on how the dating scene is when we're older, right? Which was something that I didn't have in mind when I was getting into the year, right? Then there was getting the car. It was a new experience, something that I had never done before, and then I was into these hustles. And yeah, like 2025 was just the year of just attempting things that you have never done. I mean, every year you do attempt something that you've never done, but most times there are things that you probably have an idea of, and you could navigate it some type of way. But for this year, 2025, it was just like everything I was getting myself into was something I had never done before. And so I get into it with some kind of like, excitement, you get crushed, then you have to reassess yourself and approach it differently, and then learn from it. So that was 2025, that was 2025. So get into 2026. Like I have things that I need to get onto from 2025, so that's my agenda for 2026. But the years never really go to plan as you have it in mind. You have to be flexible. You have to be agile. like water. I think it's the word, agile like water, like you formless like water. You can fit into any object, any shape. You can adapt to anything that comes by, right? So yeah, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Ooh, and prepare yourself for videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. That's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to do it. And Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas. Have an amazing Christmas. And yeah, man, spend time with family, man. I'm going to go and visit family. I was saying I was here on lockdown until I got a phone call. My dad like, hey, man, come through, man. Let's spend some time. So I'm like, oh, you know what? Let me go home, spend some time with family, and yeah, maybe Boxing Day I may go out. I don't know, man.